Hello all, my name is Abigail Adams and today I will be explaining how to use min, max, average, and Countif functions on Excel. First, I'm going to be showing min, max, and average because those are all together in this AutoSum area. So the reason you may want to use these is I'm going to be showing an example of a gradebook. So that is a possibility, but it basically would be for anything that you have a series of data where you may want to find what the highest one was, what the lowest one was, and what your average overall was. This is a smaller group, so you can check yourself quite easily, and you could do the highest and lowest without needing these functions. But if you had a lot of information, it's easiest to use these. So I'm going to get started. I clicked here at D4. I'm going to go to AutoSum, press the little arrow, and click Max, which is our highest. Alright, then in this area you enter the area you're trying to select. This will be the information, the data that you want. So I'm going to be showing you with the coupon extra credit. So I'm going to click here at Justin and go all the way to the bottom, which is the last of my data. Alright, you click enter, and now it went to the next one, but it did also tell us which our highest was, which you can check by coming down here, and you can see that the highest are some of these 30s. Alright, but now you gotta do it for all the other ones. That's still a good bit of work. Maybe you don't. Click this right here and drag it all the way across. You go as far as you need it. For me, I need to go to AB. Now it's all the way filled in, except I don't need it in S. That doesn't actually have the information I'm trying to find. So I go to S4 and I click back, and now S doesn't have any data anymore. Alright, then I'm going to go back over because now I'm ready to do the lowest, which is also known as the min. It wants to automatically say that one because that's what we worked on earlier, but don't worry, just go down here, click in the same spot, drag to 30 again, click enter, and now you have that our lowest is 15, which we do know is true. You do the same thing that you did above, you go back to it, click the little green box, drag all the way across till you get to A, B. I still don't need any S, so I'm going to press back on S, and now my lowest, also known as min, is done. Now we go to average. This one is helpful, really, to have a function and not have to calculate your average for every single one. You go to AutoSum, click average, go back to where you've been collecting data this whole time, hover over it all, click enter, and now you have that 24 is our average for that row. I'm going to select all of these rows, get rid of my S, and now I have my min, max, and average done for all of these rows. Alright, now we're going to be moving on to Countif. So this one is in a different spot, but first I'm going to cover why you may want to do this. In the example I'm going to be showing you, I'm going to be finding who got a 65 or higher on the final exam. Yes, that is something you can count, but if you don't have to, that makes it easier for you. But this really can be used for almost anything. You can find for a specific price you're looking for, basically anything where you want to know how many of something there are at and above or lower. All right, so I want my information to go down here at C29. All right, so this I'm going to be adding my label that I want. So number of students that scored, oops, my bad, that scored higher than 65 on the final exam. Let me capitalize that F as well. Alright, but I still need a spot to put my information, so I'm going to go one more down and go to C30. Alright, so here's where I'm going to type in or find my function. So it is not in any of these. You need to go to More Functions, Statistical, and then now you scroll down until you find Countif. So this little box will pop up. So first is range. This is the numbers, the data that you want to look through. So I'm doing final exam, so I'm going to click up here and go down to the bottom again. And there we go. That's all the data that it's going to look through for me. Criteria. So this is where you'll put, if you're looking for higher than specific numbers, lower, equal, anything like that. So I'm looking for people that got a 65 and higher. So I'm going to say that it must be greater than 64. I'm going to click enter. And now we know that 10 people got greater than a 64. And I did count earlier, that is correct.